So it looks like Microsoft is preparing to close Activision Blizzard acquisition, despite the fact that FTC is still trying to block this deal. Let's look into this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So it looks like FTC is still trying to block Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard King. I mean, hey, what's new here, right? But it looks like Microsoft is still preparing to close this deal because I think they are running out of time. They must close this deal by the end of next month, by the end of June. Otherwise, they will have to pay some penalty, and we're talking about some big sum of money, like $3 billion or something like that, right? So, by the way, this information is a courtesy of NewYorkPost.com, and you will find a link to this article in the description of this video below. So, the article reads, Microsoft is making plans to complete its $69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard, despite the Federal Trade Commission's December move to block the deal over antitrust concerns, the Post has learned. Microsoft is feeling optimistic about securing UK approval for its acquisition this week. I mean, tomorrow to be exact. Tomorrow, UK's CMA is supposed to publish its final report on that deal, and we are actually expecting for this acquisition to be approved by UK's CMA, right? So yeah, looks like FTC chair Lina Khan has been actually attacking this deal. They say that this unfair mega merger will stifle competition across the video game sector, right? That's what she says, right? That's because antitrust regulators in the UK and European Union in recent weeks have made surprising progress towards approving the merger. Maybe that's why FTC and Sony has been really attacking, CMA and European Commission more than usual, I guess. And I'm not sure if you remember, like FTC was kind of lying about some of the European Commission decisions regarding the previous acquisition, Microsoft's acquisition of Bethesda, ZeniMax Bethesda, right? But hey, that's a history now, right? Looks like, while the approval from the UK's Competition and Markets Authority is expected this week, Microsoft is hopeful that a final approval from the European Commission will come next month, the source close to the situation said. That in turn could make the challenge from the FTC, which on December 8th filed a complaint to stop the deal with an FTC administrative law judge. An uphill battle, according to antitrust experts. They are going to cram this down the FTC's throat, a source close to the situation said. If it gains European approvals, Microsoft's plan is to quickly close its merger of the Call of Duty maker for $95 a share, the source said. Like I said, they are running out of time and they have to do it quickly. Otherwise, they will have to pay like $3 billion to Activision and stuff, right? So that makes no sense for Microsoft. By the way, going back to the FTC, Microsoft CEO Brad Smith has said publicly that Khan's FTC did not even want to discuss these kinds of concessions. By the way, before that in the article, they talk about some of the concessions that most likely CMA will ask for, right? The FTC can still file for a temporary injunction from a US federal court to stop the merger from closing, but getting that ruling is far from a sure thing. A DC antitrust source not on either side of this case, said, by law, the FTC only needs to raise serious, doubtful questions about a merger to get an injunction, the source said. But as a practical matter, the judge is evaluating the merits of the case. If Microsoft makes a deal with Brits, so UK, CMA, and European Union, it can say that antitrust concerns are resolved, and if you are a judge, that's not a helpful fact for the FTC. So there's actually more to this story, and this article is actually quite long. They talk about Call of Duty and some of the concessions possible and that kind of stuff, right? So I'm not really going to get into that much. Check the link in the description to that article if you actually want to read more. But it looks like FTC has got a losing case, really. Lost case in my opinion. So like now, or it's only a matter of I guess, because the whole FTC thing it's a very political kind of driven, if you know what I mean. So what FTC is doing has nothing to do with protecting, gaming market or consumers. It's more about, pinning down some of the big corporate like tech giants and stuff, right? But it's actually funny because there were some hearings lately, and FTC's Lina Khan has been questioned about what she's doing with FTC and all the stuff that's the fact that she's trying to block that deal and she's trying to prevent Microsoft from growing. But some of the senators, I think, were asking about why is she doing that, because what if she won't allow United States US companies to grow, some other foreign companies may actually take over. And I think they are more concerns about like Chinese companies like Tencent and these kind of companies, right? So yeah, I mean, she had some tough questions to answer, and we'll see how that goes. Like at the end of the day, FTC cannot really block this deal per se. It's only court can actually do that, right? But yeah, looks like that's not really going to happen. The only annoying thing, and I guess, the only problem that Microsoft may have with FTC is the fact that the first hearing for that case in US, I think it's planned for August, and Microsoft cannot afford it. I mean, it's not about money, it's more about time. They've got no time. They have to close this deal by the end of June, and it looks like they will do it, and then they will fight in courts if necessary, right? But if CMA will approve this deal tomorrow and European Commission will approve that deal next month, I think that's a done deal, and Microsoft will just fight any other countries in court if necessary, right? Because really, like these most kind of problematic kind of regulators, if they approve that, well, FTC will have no arguments against that deal, right, going through really. So yeah, I guess that's the thing. So anyway, guys, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about it. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.